Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Catch the shirt though. Fuck your negativity. Comment section is really reckless sometimes, but anyway though, who gives a shit? This ain't about that. Your girl Keesha and Paris went live this weekend. I just caught up on it last night because I was out, I ain't catch your notifications because really I ain't subscribed to either one of them. But yeah, so Keesha has responded to the videos about Jeremy and Ashli being in the same video, in the Travis Porter video. And in the live, this dab girl is still, she showed that she's still a little loopy. Like, she is, this live showed that she is a real, like, she definitely a manipulative, delusional. I ain't gonna say delusional because she's very aware of what she doing, but she's very manipulative. She be trying to manipulate the hell out of her followers and the people that's watching her. Like, okay, number one, she said that Ashli had Paris to leak the video on her birthday. Issue number one with that: how is Ashli going to leak a video that's not hers? It's a Travis Porter video. That means that video is only in his management and his group's hands. That video had to be released by them. So how in the hell can Ashli get the video leaked? Make it make sense, Keesha. That don't make sense. Keesha be using the wrong words. She be using the wrong words. That really be her thing. Like, she be trying to be so, I don't know the word that I want to use for that, but for how she be trying to be. But Ashli leaked the video to Paris, and Paris leaked the video on her birthday. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. Because Ashli can't leak a video. Paris can't leak a video that's not theirs. And Keesha know that. She been in the game too dang on long. She know that. So the people that actually believe that bullshit that she said, y'all about crazy too. Because as soon as she said that, I said, that don't even make sense. How? And furthermore, Paris wasn't even the one that made it, that initiated the Jeremy and Ashli was in the same video outburst. She didn't even initiate it. She didn't talk about that until like 2 days later. It was days after everybody had already seen that it was in the video. The first person I saw do a video on it was the same person that I said in my video, My Life is Nia. That's who let it be known to, in my eyes, because like I said, it wasn't Paris and Ashli, because neither of them talked about it before Nia did. That's well documented if you go into the videos and check the dates, when Keesha swear that she's, she has all her evidence and they're going to court and all that. Girl, stop it. Stop it. That girl did not leak that video. You just want people to hate her so bad. So much she leaked the video. That girl did not leak that video. Paris didn't even leak the video. They released the video. Travis Porter's team released the video. And then she goes further on to say that Ashli tried to make it a big deal about what he was doing in the video. Ashli didn't make that a big deal. Nobody made it a big deal other than the people that reacted to it, if you want to say a big deal was made out of it. That girl didn't make a big deal out of that, and she'll have to come to you if she got something to say about that. She'll have to come to you for that. It's like she want this girl to answer to her. She wants somebody to answer. Nobody has to answer to Keesha except for them kids. Them kids are the only people that need to answer to Keesha. And she not realizing it. I don't understand how she confused about that. Like, them the only people that got to answer to you, baby. Ashli don't have to answer to you. It's not a requirement for her to make sure that her son has a relationship with his dad. She don't have to answer to you. Unfortunately, I mean, it sucks. The situation that Keesha's in sucks. Yes, that is true. That is so true. And I know that to be true because if you really want to... Are you going to cry? Okay. If you really want to be honest, shit. I ain't going to say what I was finna say. But, yeah, and then, so she was like, and I don't know if I parked in a bad spot or not, but anyway. Hopefully I did.
Movements and helps relieve overall abdominal.
Shut up. Just, no, don't. Okay. But, pause. So, then she goes on to say that Jeremy, let me sit up a little bit, that Jeremy, got put in the video because he was at the studio. Number one,
stomach area.
Number one, what studio was he at that has a... Because it looked like they was in like a warehouse that they turned into like a wannabe club scene. What studio in Atlanta is a warehouse? You can record songs in a warehouse? I don't think you can record in a warehouse. Which means that, okay, so I understand if they at the studio, he at the same studio as somebody that's in Travis Porter's camp is at, and he decided, let me take this out. My bad. And they say, hey, Jeremy, we want you to, would you be interested in being in Travis Porter's video? And he say, yeah, and they tell him where the location is. I understand that, but for you to say that this man was at the studio and they shot the video in the studio. He ended up being in the video because he was in the studio and they were shooting the video at the studio. No, Keesha. That's not how that work. That don't even seem right. That can't be how that work. That don't sound right. It don't. It just don't. I don't understand. Then she goes on to say that in the video, he was acting. And, dang, the sun leaving me. And the stuff that people are responding to, let me move. There you go. Okay. The stuff that people are responding to is him acting. Number one, the people that she's talking about is Paris, because she's the only one that released the video like that, and she's really the only person that Keesha answers to, other than Ashli. That's the thing. But she says she don't be stun her. Okay. So Keesha, no, that act, and I got a theater degree from Spelman. You have a major in theater and a minor in political science, according to you. Ain't nobody seen these degrees. A degree in theater, girl, theater ain't nothing but lying, which is what you do so well. Theater is acting. Acting is lying. Pretending, to be exact. I ain't even gonna say lying. It's pretending. Acting is pretending. You ain't have to do nothing too hard to get that damn degree. Like, come on, sis. It's theater. Come on. I mean, it can't... I'm pretty sure it has its tough challenges, but bitch, it ain't that damn hard to what people gotta be... Oh, gosh, she got a theater degree. That ain't nothing for nobody to be jealous of. I be in the worst fucking uneven. When I went down to Albany State University and got my degree in accounting, no people ain't teach me nothing about being a manipulative dumbass. But they taught me everything about common sense. And bitch, it that ain't that hard to figure out that it didn't take that much to be a goddamn theater major. You did a couple of plays, remembered a couple lines, and bam, wham, bam. You took a couple classes on theater, the history of theater. Okay. Bitch, you would do better if you talk about the political science degree. I mean, at least with that, you had to do something. Come on, man. Come on. Like, people gotta think. Think. Use your brain. God ain't give it to you for no reason. Okay, so she say, back to the point. She say he was acting in the video. The parts that Paris put out was behind the scenes. She didn't even play much of the actual video. And she says acting. It was behind the scenes. When you're behind the scenes, you're not acting. You're just there. People are just shooting extra footage that's not gonna make it into the video. They're just showing the background, the back scene. The same way you do when you have your photo shoots and you vlogging during your photo shoots. Same thing. Same thing. And you know that. Keesha know that. Keesha just really just playing with people's brain, people mind, like to see how much she can play. She be playing on y'all top, and y'all be letting her play on y'all top. Wow, that man went acting. And when I watched Paris' video about that, I was like, Paris, wrong person, sis. Because Paris did go back and say and try to clear it up that she didn't say that Jeremy was the one that was talking about the girl shaking like an Energizer bunny. No, you didn't say that, but you did try to iterate that he was looking at her shake her posterior. Jeremy, to be honest, the guy, the little short dude, I can't think of what Keisha, I think she said his name was Scrap or whatever. He was standing in front of Jeremy, and Jeremy was kind of counter-cornered to the side, and the girl was like to the side of Jeremy. So we couldn't even really see, because he's so tall and his face wasn't really in the frame. To be real honest about the situation, from the parts that Paris showed, you really can't even see where Jeremy was looking at. That's just being honest. You can't really see it. So when she was saying, oh, listen to him saying, he laughed, yeah, but laughing don't mean nothing. He could have been laughing at anything, to be honest. Like, it was so many people there. He could have been laughing at anything. He could have been laughing at his own thoughts. I don't know why that's like that. I did that. I fucked it up. But anyway, he could have been laughing at his own thoughts. You don't know. And you can't really see if he was looking at her or not. So I'm not going to say whether he was looking at the damn girl, the snow bunny, shake her ass or not. Because you can't tell. You really can't tell. And now who I can say was looking at her was the dude, I really think that's who the scrap dude is, but I don't know. The little short dude that was standing next to Jeremy. He was looking at her shake. But like I said, you can't tell if he was there because he was standing like to the side, like faced off to the side, counter-cornered to the girl. So could he be standing that way and got his head turned? Who am I to say? I don't know. Paris don't know either. Keesha don't know either. To be honest, don't nobody know but Jeremy and the folks that was at the thing that was there. And I ain't finna agree with the situation that Ashli was there to spy on him and was watching him the whole time. I ain't even gonna say that. And then Keesha, because I don't know, and don't nobody know. And if you ask the people that was there, they're gonna say she wasn't. That's just the truth. So then Keesha goes on to say that Jeremy's friends would never ask them to be in the video, and they would never ask Ashli to be in the video and paid her to be in the video. So ain't that, if you get paid to be in the video, ain't that working? I think it is. And to be honest, I really don't even feel like she was working in the video, because from the video scenes, I didn't ever see her shaking her ass, and I ain't never see her shaking in the video, twerking in the video. I didn't see that. Only thing I saw Ashli do in that video was shoot her bird finger. Shoot 2 bird fingers. That's all I saw. That's all I saw from her. So if she got paid to do that, then shit, that's what's up, girl. Do your thing. But I really feel like, just like Jeremy, she was just an extra in the video. Just the extra body in the video. And extras usually don't get paid. And if they do get paid, it ain't much. Nothing to brag about. So I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. She probably just in the video to get exposure. But that's probably it. So yeah, for her to say his friends would never ask me to be in the video, because they have so much respect for me. Girl, his friends ain't your friends. And niggas' friends don't have no freaking respect for the girlfriend. They probably won't disrespect you. Yeah. But for it to be something to brag about, girl, you look crazy. Like, are you not? Like, I'm starting to believe. You can tell. I ain't even still gonna believe, because she said in her own mouth that she wasn't really outside like that. You could tell that you might have lived in zone or whatever. Because let's be honest, zone, this, and this don't even fucking matter. If it went for T.I. and Gucci Mane, we wouldn't know what zone was what in Atlanta, because it'll be political information. And up to the people that are from that area to know what zone they live in. Like, whatever zone she from, zone 4 or zone 6. I think Campbellton Road is in zone 6 and Jeremy's from Campbellton Road. I think Keisha's from zone 4. I don't know. I really don't give a fuck. And like I said, if it wasn't for Gucci Mane and T.I., we wouldn't know what zone. And if it wasn't for Lil Wayne and all the New Orleans people hiding by wards, that the zones in Atlanta wouldn't exist. Let's just be honest. So it really don't matter. If you know your hip hop, you'll know that. But anyway though, it's like, Keisha, we could tell you went outside. Like, nobody showed you the ropes. Nobody told you the real. And that's okay. That's okay. Nobody told me either, but I learned it going along the way. Like, I learned that from dealing with my dude. My dude made sure I knew that. You know what I'm saying? And your dude ain't backing you on that. Girl, them people, his friends aren't your friends. Them people don't respect you. Somebody, they call me wifey. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Because it's stupid. That is stupid as hell. His friends got so much respect for me, they'll never ask me to be in a video. Keisha, I'm sorry to tell you, the reason why people don't ask you to be in a video is because you don't have the body for it. You're not a video girl. You don't have the body type. And that's okay. You don't have the body type to be. You might have went and got your boobs done. You might have did that. Good job on that. And good job getting them corrected, because them bitches was doing high low. But good job on that. But you don't have the full physique. You don't have the ass to tit ratio that's needed to be a video girl, and you can't dance. You shook your ass in Tulum a little bit. Whoop the damn dude, but it ain't enough to be in a video, to be a video girl. That's why they won't ask you to be a video bitch. And that ain't because they got so much respect to you not to ask you. No, you just don't. You just not the video girl type. Why would they ask you to be in a video and they know that you're not that type? And then for you to even say that and then say Jeremy wouldn't ask you, how is that the case when just a couple weeks ago when you did the other live, you were saying that he had asked you to be in his video, but the video ended up, you were supposed to be in his first video, the leading lady, his first video, but he ended up changing the song, and the song wasn't the kind of video to have you in it. You said that out your own mouth. So what makes you so different? That would have made you a video vixen, wouldn't it? That would have made you a video girl, wouldn't it? And that was asked of you from your dude. So no, you're not too far above being in a video. I'm sorry to tell you, per your own admission. Stop trying to manipulate the situation and manipulate people and trying to get them to see shit that ain't really there. It ain't that hard to do, to stop doing that. It really ain't. But yeah, them people not your friend. And stop thinking that. It make you look crazy. Because them the same dudes, I'm pretty sure, that went on them trips with him. That him and Ashli went on. Them the same dudes that probably encouraged him to sleep around with Ashli, because it went on for a long time. And I'm pretty sure them same dudes knew about her. And the other women. And that's not respect, sis. Dudes' friends don't really care about you. Them be the same dudes that go home to their own girl and pillow talk about your situation. Dudes pillow talk. You ain't heard the song that say niggas talk like females nowadays? Kevin Gates. But yeah, sis, them probably the same ones that go home and pillow talk about your situation. Them people don't have no respect. They got respect for their friend. That's what they have respect for. That's who their loyalty is owed to. It's not to you. See, that's the problem. She be trying to put herself above people. in situations that really ain't got nothing to do with her. Just because it involves someone that you're around don't mean that it involves you and that you have to be a part of the situation and in control of the situation. She want to control all the situations around her, and that's not the case. You're not going to control them folks' friendship with that man. Them people don't be studying you. All dudes' friends call their main girlfriend's wife. That's some tea for you. That's some educational purposes for your ass. That's some real street shit for you. All niggas, I'ma use the N-word. All niggas friends call their main girl's wifey. That's how you know if you the main chick or not. That's how you know. I'm sorry to tell you. Unless you're the real wife. If you're the girlfriend that's been dating a dude for an extended amount of time or for a short amount of time, and you meet his friends and they call you wife, they call you his wife, or his family members call you his wife, and you know that y'all not married, that's just another way of saying you the main chick. If he cheats, you're the main chick. If he don't cheat, you're still the main chick. That's what that means. Or it could mean that he has some form of respect for you, but it might not be top level respect. It might not be respect enough to say that he ain't gonna cheat. Back to the basics. You're the main chick. That's what that means. It ain't no respect level. It's just, for niggas in the street that probably ain't gonna never be married, it's just a word. And to even speak on marriage, Jeremy just may not, to be honest, he just may not marry her because from the looks of it, his mama really don't like Keesha. And if he's the family dude, which I really don't even, I feel like he might used to have been, but now it's been taken, like he's just backed off because of this situation. If he a dude that respects his mama and his mama was the one that raised him and he just all gun her for his mama, as long as she don't like Keesha, it may be pushing her further and further from that ring that she won't. That's just being honest. That could be a possibility that she has to factor in, but she ain't gonna make that lady like her. That ain't gonna be a forced thing. And then she went on to talk about somebody asked her in the comment section about the Ashli calling Jeremy mama. Girl, you can't control that lady. That's a grown woman. Like that makes you seem real delusional. Because how you gonna go to this lady or have Jeremy to go to this lady and tell her who to call her what? What? And the crazy part about it is, like, I've been in that situation. Where my dude, other chick, called his mama because they had their own little relationship. At first, you have an issue with it. You really do. You may carry on that issue, but it ain't nothing to be in an uproar about and telling people that they disrespecting you. Girl, ain't nobody disrespecting you. They got a whole relationship. That's their relationship. If that's their relationship that they got, it just is what it is. You got to learn how to move on from it, though. That ain't nothing to hold on to. That ain't nothing to. That just goes to show you that his mama don't really F with you like that. That's what that should tell you. That's what it's supposed to tell you. If you're from the streets, you'll know that's what that tells you. That tells you that his mama don't really F with you like that. Or at some point when she started allowing the other chick to call her mama or call her mom, that means that at that time she didn't really mess with you. And should the time come in the future that she starts to mess with you like that, it may be too late and she don't know how to tell the girl to stop calling her that. And so now she just stuck calling her that. But it still goes to the point that that's August's grandmama and mama. So they gonna have a relationship. What their relationship gonna be is determined to bond them two. It ain't determined upon Keesha. It just is what it is. And his mama allowed her to come in and do her recovery from her surgery at her house. Is that not a motherly thing to do? And who knows how long she was there and what bond or relationship they fostered while she was there. You just don't know. And some people just like using those terms as terms of endearment, ma, or whatever like that. They're calling older people their mamas if after the older person has treated them, like a mother, or giving them motherly vibes. They start calling them mom. I mean, you just don't know. And then on top of that, you got the situation of, what else did she say? Jeremy also has the issue with Ashli calling his mama. The dudes don't really be giving a damn about that. If Jeremy got an issue with that, it's because you told him to have an issue with that. Or you've had an issue with it for so long, and you've annoyed him with it for so long, till now he just like, yeah, I got an issue with it too. Niggas gonna tell you what they want, what you want to hear, especially him. We've seen that much. That part is like pretty obvious. I'm sorry. That man don't have no real issue. Deep down inside, Jeremy don't give a damn if she call her his mama, as long as she ain't disrespecting his mama, which I doubt she ever will. That's just the honest truth, Keesha. That man don't care. As much as you try to force him to care, he gonna tell you that he care because that's in his relationship. But that man don't give a damn. Men don't care what another female called his mama. That's just the truth. And I really just wish Keesha needs some real friends that's gonna really tell her ass what it is and walk her through the game. Walk her through the game. Cause she's struggling with it. Like, you dating a street dude, but you don't really know how to date a street dude. It's levels to that shit. It's levels to that shit. You gotta know what you're doing when you're dealing with them. Honestly, you gotta know what you're doing when you're dealing with them. Girl, it's so many levels, so many layers, and so many levels to that street nigga shit. It's ridiculous. And then you dating them in a part where you should be grown. Like, you ain't even go in it young and start dating a street dude. You went into it as a full grown adult dating a street dude that's still in the streets. And you don't know what you're doing. Girl, the streets run in circles around you. They run in circles. That's how you end up in this situation. That's how you end up in this situation. Because you know what you were doing, and now your feelings involved, and now you out here in these YouTube streets running amok. I just want to say, Ashli running amok. You running amok in the palace too. You running amok in the palace too, because you running like a chicken with your head cut out because you don't know what you're doing. You need some friends. The friends you got want to be bougie like you. Maybe you need some friends that done been there. They know what it's like. They know the levels. And no, to the people in the comments, I ain't saying that I could be that friend. That ain't what I'm saying, because me and her, we couldn't run. No. Because we both Scorpios, and if I want to manipulate your ass, I know how to do it. But then she also got into the fact that, what else did she say? She got into Paris when Paris said that that Austin would get a bonus dad, and if Jeremy don't straighten up, that the bonus dad would take the place of his dad, and he'll forget all about his dad. And then she compared it to she didn't compare it, she tried to, I don't know the word, maybe it was compare it to the Sierra Future and Lil Future situation. Paris didn't lie. She did not lie at all. Like, at no point in this situation did anybody state that Jeremy would be the only male figure in Austin's life. Ashli not gonna be single forever. And it's up to Jeremy to foster that relationship between himself, Ashli, and August in order for him to remain in his son's life. Or get a better relationship with his son and be in his son's life. That option is up to him. And so the only way that Russell Wilson was able to get into Lil Future life the way he is and be able to control that situation the way he is because Future allowed him to. The same way if Ashli get into a relationship and the man becomes the Russell Wilson of that situation, it'll be because Jeremy allowed him to. And no, that is not a bad thing for the court, for parents to say. You're going to court. If they end up going to court, it'll be a court session between Jeremy and Ashli. The court's not gonna ask them what's being said in the streets, and if she'll get a boyfriend, and if that boyfriend would then be his bonus dad. That's not how that works, Keesha. I agree with Paris when she said you watch too many court shows, because let me tell you something. I know Keesha don't listen to it, but I'm just saying in general. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Georgia and the child parents situation, court rulings and all that, you're not going to go to an actual courtroom. You're going to go to a room in the courthouse. So I guess it would be a courtroom, but not the courtroom in the sense that Keisha's thinking about. You're going to go to a room. They're going to do mediation first to see if the two of you can come up with your own plan and your own situation. That's if y'all take that first step, because y'all two can't come to a conclusion when it comes to the paperwork. Because let me tell you about that paperwork. That paperwork they send you to be able to legitimize your child and to get your child's name changed. That document, which is about is a lot of pages deep. It goes into how much. It goes into the name changing of your child. I haven't filled them out in a minute, but I've done them, so I know this proceeding, and I can tell you majority of what's finna happen. I can tell you majority of what's gonna happen if he chooses to legitimize his child, because what Keisha don't fail to realize is Jeremy has no rights to August, and apparently somebody put Ashli up on game. Jeremy has no rights to August, so for Keisha to say that she went to Jeremy and tell him this and this about August and all that. You could go tell Jeremy whatever you want to tell Jeremy about August, but at the end of the day, when it comes to the court system that you want to that she keeps talking about, none of that matters. What Jeremy says does not matter. Jeremy has in Georgia, we're talking about Georgia, Jeremy has no rights to him. Nothing Jeremy says to Ashli about August matters, to be honest. That's just being all the way honest with you. I'm sorry to say it don't matter in the court system. It does not matter until he goes to court, goes to the courts. To be correct, he has to go to the court library and pay to get the document, which is a thick documentation. You have to pay to get that documentation. Then you get your blood work, because more than likely, if Ashli wants to, she can go for child support. And if she goes for child support, he would have to get a blood test. He would have to get that blood test through a court-appointed blood testing DNA center. A center that works with the courts. He'll have to get that blood test done first. Then, because he did not sign the birth certificate, he'll have to go and get that thick ass document from the court library. Fill out those documentations. In those documentations, it'll ask them what name do they want the child's name changed to. It'll ask them who is going to be the custodial parent, or is he fighting for joint custody? Is he fighting for full custody? It's going to ask that. Them documentations are also going to ask what's the plan as far as visitation, if he wants visitation, and if he wants visitation with that child, what plans do he have to. Not what plans do he have, but what's the plan? Like, what's going to be the schedule? It's going to ask you to break down the schedule. So are you going to get him every first, third, and fifth weekend, or second and fourth weekend? Who's going to have him for holidays? How y'all want the holidays to work? Do you want the holidays to rotate? Do you want the holidays this person gets them every holiday? Or do you want the holidays you get them the day before the holiday, or you get them the day after the holiday? That's how those documentations work. Then when you actually fill out those documentations, you have to get them notarized. So once you get them notarized, you turn them into the court. The court then sends y'all paperwork and let y'all know what day your court date is going to be. When you go to court, you're going to sit in a room with the judge and a bailiff who's going to have on a suit. And even going to be like a police-style bailiff, a sheriff-style bailiff. It's going to be a judge who's going to have on his or her suit. They're not even going to have on a robe. That judge is going to sit y'all down across from each other at the table, and the judge is going to be at the head of the table. The judge is going to look through the documentation, see who's all in the room. She's gonna see who all in the room. She's gonna read over the documentation, which she's already read over, and she's gonna ask if y'all agree to those documentations. After that, she gonna sign the documentation. She gonna stamp the documentation, and that's gonna be that. And then you'll get a documentation in the mail listing out that your child's name has been changed, that you can go and pick up your child's new birth certificate, because they're gonna give you, of course, they're gonna give you another birth certificate, so you can go and pick that up, and it's gonna list out the visitation. If y'all go ahead and not try to fight all that, because then if you try to fight that process and be all extra with it, that's when it goes further, and y'all have to do court-appointed mediation. My bad. Then that's when you have to actually go to court and fight for whatever y'all not agreeing on. That's when that happens. So, people in your comment section, if y'all gonna talk and try to tell what's going on, y'all need to know the proceedings. Keesha be bullshitting. That's not how that's gonna go. The people don't care about what somebody else gonna put on the internet. The courts don't care about that. Not family. That's the word. Family court, not family court. They don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that at all. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, but they really don't care about that. But so you trying to scare everybody with these court proceedings? Girl, it's already been outed that the person that you tried to use was the lawyer that you used to send them to cease and desist. It really wasn't about that. It really wasn't even your lawyer. It's somebody that you had read over the documentation and sent it over. Everybody thought that was a joke. Everybody still is considering that a joke. Everybody that you sent that cease and desist still thinks it's a joke. And you know that. Or you want to keep threatening people about court documentation, but nobody has seen their documentation. Nobody has known you to actually go to the court and get that put into the system. Keesha, you scared. You trying to scare people and use your scare tactics. They're not working, unfortunately for you. But yeah, like I've been saying, this situation really could have been deaded. I'm trying to think of if there was anything else in here that she said of relevance for me to talk about. Because I didn't even listen to him when she started letting people, like, when she got towards the end, I was over it. Let's see.
Truth or Dare for the collaboration.
When she started reading the comment section, I was like out of it by that point. You had to let it go.
About to me, and now all of a sudden you back united with them, like. Even tells me, because my dad, he always tell me, y'all know y'all don't see my dad anymore at all. My dad don't want no part.
I'm trying to figure out what part did I miss anything.
But he always tell me. I remember him telling me a few weeks ago. He said,
and this girl said she drinking alkaline water. You drinking alkaline water with ice cubes here, the girl. The water's no longer alkaline unless the ice cubes that you use are alkaline, which I doubt, because that refrigerator that you got has the ice maker.
Like,
so yeah.
My family, my friends,
then this girl said that Ashli is allowing people to run over her. How? She not. No, she not. I wonder how she feel like she allowed people to run over her. Like, he should really want Ashli to answer to her. That's really what it is. You want to be able to run over her. That's really what it is, to tell her what to do. I mean, that's impossible. That's impossible. And his mama is a grown-ass woman. I'm going to keep saying that. His mama is a grown woman. And she really coming in between that man relationship with his mama, to be honest. And then she said, oh, this is the last part, and I'm going by my business. Because this video been about 40 minutes long now, and I'm finna go on by my business. Because y'all know I like to talk and dump right to YouTube. She said that Ashli was being disrespectful by taking Austin to Miami to meet Jeremy's mama. She didn't even give him the opportunity to introduce his son to his mama himself. Number one, again, his mama is grown. Ashli didn't decide by herself to just take Austin to Miami take him to see Jeremy's mama. She didn't decide it on her own. That means that Jeremy's mom didn't trust her son enough to allow him to allow her to see her grandson. She didn't trust him enough to to make that process happen. So she took the initiative herself to go ahead and make that happen. And I don't blame her. No, like, she want to be involved in the boy life. Jeremy barely involved in his life. So she had to take the initiative. If she wanted, that lady understood that if she wanted to be in her grandson's life, that she had to take the initiative to go and introduce herself to his mama, because his dad wasn't going to allow that, because you are in the way and you are stopping that from happening. That lady understood that. That's a grown woman. His mama is grown. And you could tell that she grown, because the way she handled in this situation, hey, I give it to her. Like, I don't blame her for going and meeting up with Ashli to meet August. I don't blame her at all, because she knew. Everybody knew that wasn't gonna happen. That boy would have been 2 and 3 years old before she met him, waiting on Jeremy. Especially considering the fact that even Shanita used to say that you didn't go over there, that you didn't go see his mama that much. Like, you wouldn't go into her house and stuff like that. So she did what she had to do. And for you to be mad for y'all to be mad or trying to make, I ain't even gonna say y'all, because we don't know if Jeremy mad about it or not. We just taking Keisha's word for it. So I'm gonna say, Keesha, for you to be mad at Ashli about or trying to make it a big deal that she went and took Austin to see his grandma, girl, bye. That's another one of your gaslighting poses. That situation is not Keisha's situation to control, because she don't have the headspace to control it. She don't know how to control it from the background. See, situations like that, you got to control. If you want to be in control of it, you got to control it from the background by not letting people know that that's what you're trying to do. And basically what you're doing now is letting people know that that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to control the situation, and his baby mama like, no, because you putting it in her face that you're trying to control it. That ain't how that work. And you keep hollering about court. When, baby, you could tell that Ashli has not been served any papers or documentations for the court proceeding, which means that you or Jeremy probably haven't even went and got the documentation for it to happen. This man still don't have rights to his son. So why are you hollering about court? And them two going to court. You got to fill out the documentation first. Like, you got to fill out the documentation and put it in process, because once it's in process, half of this shit wouldn't even matter no more, to be honest with you. Because then once you get the documentation, because it don't take long, I'd say it take a month maybe for the court to get that documentation, decide what they're going to decide, y'all meet up, and they make their final decision on if they are going to agree for him to have joint custody, full custody, had no custody, or what. It don't take long for that. And at this point, y'all holding it out. And it's ridiculous. But yeah, that's all I got to say to that. I watched almost half of her live and come to the conclusion that I just told y'all that I came to. She trying to control the situation, and she failing at doing it, to be honest with you. But I am going to address this, though. To the bitches in the comment section that told me I was too old to be coming on Keisha because I was old enough to be her grandma. Is it because my hair is gray? That's why. Bitch, I done had this same gray hair since like 20-something, 18-something. I don't even fucking remember. But bitch, I've been graying so long, bitch, it don't even faze me. The gray jokes don't bother me at all. The old jokes don't bother me at all. To be all the way honest with you, they really don't, bitch. I've been getting that shit majority of my life at this point. Majority of my life. About half of my life, I've been getting that. So the old jokes about my hair don't really matter. You just mad because this shit a little better than your grandma's. It look better than your grandma's hair. Look at that silver, baby. It glistens. My hair glistens. Like, the grays ain't dusty. They not purple because I done tried to dye them. They just flourish, and I'm sorry. Bitch, I ain't old. I'm older. I might be. Unfortunately, I ain't gonna even say unfortunately. Fortunately, I'll be 32 at the end of this week. Scorpio all day. But bitch, I ain't old. I hope I look this good when I do get old, though. But anyway, because I done had the same face for quite some time. And it don't look like this face is going nowhere. So I might do look like this at like 50 and 60. And if I do, it's even better, bitches. Woo! But anyway, though, y'all have a good day. I'm about to run in here in Wally World and do my thug dizzle. Spend some money that I don't really want to spend because I know when I go in here, I'm going to do the most. But, yeah. But y'all have a good day. And like I always say, be you. Because who the hell else gonna let you be them if you can't be you? That don't make sense. And y'all stop believing that bullshit that Keesha be putting out, and because it don't make sense. Majority of it don't really make sense. That bitch, she got some issues. I ain't even mean to call her a bitch, but yeah. So y'all have a good day though. Deuces. And stop doing stupid shit.